One of the most important parts of making my applique come together well is how I mark my background fabric. Now, this is probably the least fun part of working on applique, but like I say, it's very important to me. So I just wanted to go through this for you so you can see how I get this started. I've got my pattern. On my pattern, I have my templates labeled with numbers, and generally speaking on my patterns, the number of the templates is also the stitching order of the pattern. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 are in parentheses, means reverse. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 reverse. If you follow that order, you won't get in any trouble. So the first thing that I do is cut my templates out of generic template plastic. I use big scissors to do this. I use a Sharpie or an Idena-pen to label the templates with the numbers that correspond to the numbers on the pattern. And then I take long strips of double stick tape, put them in a file folder, and put the templates on the tape in the file folder so that I have them handy. I know a lot of people use Ziploc bags. I always refer to the Ziploc bag as the Bermuda Triangle. Once you put your templates in there, they're never to be seen again. So I put them on the tape in a folder. I, of course, put them on the folder in numerical order ascending because that's the kind of girl I am, and if you love hand applique, you probably want to do the same thing. So I've got my templates ready, I've got my pattern on the table, and I'm going to take a piece of background fabric. My background fabric is about an inch bigger in each direction than my finished pattern, and I'm going to find the center of my background fabric just by folding it and finger pressing a crease in one direction, fold it the other way, finger press a crease in the other direction, and then I center that crease over the center point of my pattern. And then I pin it. Just a couple of pins. I only use 1 or 2 pins to pin it. I'll pin it here, and I'll pin it down here. I mark my background fabric with pencil, and I use the lightest pencil line that I can see easily. I usually use a mechanical pencil because I'm lazy and I don't have to keep sharpening it. For purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use a Pigma marker so I'm absolutely sure that you can see my lines. But I never use a Pigma marker to mark in real life. I always use a mechanical pencil. So I have my piece centered on top of my pattern. I know some of you are reluctant to mark with pencil because you say to me, well, the pencil lines show when I'm done. However, I don't just sit here and draw what I see. What I do instead is use the pattern as a placement guide, and I actually pick up my templates and trace around each of my plastic templates. So piece 10, this is a template for 10. I'm going to position it over the background fabric, and I can see through this piece. And then I'm going to take my mechanical pencil. I know it looks like a Pigma marker, but it's a mechanical pencil. And I'm going to trace around the edge of the template. That will give me my stitching line. Now, when I get ready to start cutting applique shapes out, I'm going to take this identical template, this very same template, put it face up on my applique fabric and trace around it again. And that way I'm absolutely sure that the piece that I'm sewing down fits exactly into the pencil lines that I have drawn on the background fabric. So this is the really key step to getting complex applique to go together well. So here's 10 and 10 reverse. Now you notice that what I'm tracing now, the first thing I've decided to trace is actually the last thing I'm going to sew. And here's why I decided to do that this way, because I'm lazy and there's an overlapping issue. I've got 10 and 10 reverse on here. Here's template 9. 9 has 1, 2, 3 edges. I'm going to fit 9 right down in here, and now I only have to draw one edge of 9 because the other 2 edges are already on there. Then I'm going to take piece 8, which I can pick up easily, theoretically, off my folder, line 8 up, and I only have to draw one edge of 8 because all the other edges are on. Then I'm going to do 7, and again, there's only one edge of 7 I have to do. I finished tracing around this outside edge of 7, and all the rest of the lines are on there, and I do 6 reverse, 5 reverse, 4 reverse, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. You've got the whole thing traced perfectly. You'll have perfect placement on your piece, and now you're ready to sew a beautiful applique block.